Hi, Alingles here at pressure-free.com. I hope you can hear me because the waves are crashing hard down below here. The picture that I've been using all month was taken right about here, but actually a few feet below here. And I'm going to flip my screen here so you can see that. Okay, I'm here at this railing. There used to be a whole set of steps that went all the way down to the lake from here, but because of erosion that took out like whole areas down in here, they had to get rid of all the steps. Some of them actually I think washed away. But let's just bring this, can I make it bigger? I guess I can't. So that is Lake Michigan out there. I'm at Westside County Park in Saugatuck, or near Saugatuck, maybe Fenville. It's a cute little park. You can actually walk up to another whole area of the park and get down to the beach now. But you used to be able to do it here. So with that in mind, my topic today is that the one thing you can always count on is that things are going to change. Things change, even if it's little microscopic changes, like little tiny changes that you notice about yourself. I've had interesting changes happen to me in my lifetime. I'm sure you have too. There are crossroads where you're making a decision that's going to take you one way or another way. I had a really big one of those in 1984. I was graduating from Michigan with my undergrad and in music, and I had auditioned for a training orchestra in Manhattan. And it was a really, really exciting opportunity. When the results came back from the auditions for the violins, I was 4th on the waiting list. And over the time of I think we're back. So anyway, over the course of the summer, I was then like 3rd on the waiting list, 2nd on the waiting list, but it's Ann Arbor, Michigan. I better find a place to live or I'm not going to find a place. And so when late August hit, I called New York and said, take me off the waiting list. It was a very hard thing to do, but I'm not sure if I was meant to be a symphonic violinist for my whole life. It's hard on the body. And I actually felt like maybe that was a blessing. And then I went into conducting, got my MBA, like I changed everything. And so these little change points can be stressful. If you've lost a job, if you applied to a college, if you're a student, you apply to a program and you don't get in. I'm watching a little mini series. I started it last night. It's called Sterling Point on Prime. I wanted to see it because we're heading up to Collingwood to see my son's in-laws for Canadian Thanksgiving, and it's not too far from Lake Muskoka. They're actually on Muskoka. My son's in-laws are on Georgian Bay, which is a place I've always wanted to visit. So I'm very excited. Anyway. What was my point? My point is that change, like little bits of change. Oh yeah, in the program that I was watching last night, Sterling Point, in the opening scenes, a girl is hoping to get into a summer program from Wharton out of UPenn, and she doesn't get in, and she's devastated. And so I've worked with a lot of students and people who have had job transitions, school transitions, students on academic probation. They've got to make a change. They've got to find a different way. And so one thing we can count on is change, and change can be a major stressor. So using Pressure Free to help you through transition, to help you through difficult time, it's like a step-by-step, moment-by-moment thing, and that's what Pressure Free is. Like you're noticing your emotions in the moment, and you're interrupting that stress response so that you don't hurt yourself, and so that you don't start making really poor decisions. Because when we're in fight or flight, our decision making is based on threats, not on logic sometimes. And so keep learning this method with me, because that can be so helpful in times of change, in times of transition. And that's the one thing we can count on, whether it's your health, your wealth, your love life. There's just always things that are moving and shifting and changing. And that's where Pressure Free really can provide a little bit of hope. In fact, hope is really an important emotion that when I'm starting work with a client that I really like to inspire them to feel. It's like, oh, there's hope here. There's hope for me that I can navigate this, that I don't have to stay in a stressed out state all the time. So with that, I wish you a gorgeous, it's turned into a perfect Pure Michigan day. It was very rainy and thunderstorms earlier. Now it's gorgeous. So it's a very pretty time to be at the lake. I wish you a great pressure-free day. Oh, and by the way, this is the Lake Michigan, where my retreat is in September. Still have some spots if you'd like to join me. Just DM me and I can give you the information. Have a good one.